Hi all, welcome to Parker's Reefs. And today's episode is going to be episode 1 of what I plan to hope to make the world's most bulletproof, simple to keep, idiot-proof, whatever you want to call it, the perfect starter marine aquarium. Alright, so it's been a little hobby of mine or an interest of mine for some time now to try and grow this industry. We do a lot of time and effort focusing on those who are already in the aquarium industry and how we can make the hobby better for them. But the reality of it is that every year or every week or every day there are more people leaving the hobby than there are joining the hobby, and that only means bad things for us, means bad things for the whole industry. But even as a hobbyist myself, if there are less people in the hobby, there are less products coming out, there are less stores, there is less support for the Australian market, the entire industry starts to go down, and it's a hobby that I'm incredibly passionate about. Plus, now having been in the hobby for 7 years, I realise that it isn't quite as complicated as a lot of people make it out to be. It certainly can be as complicated as you want it to be, but there are absolutely ways that we can create a marine reef aquarium that is really, really simple to do. And honestly, I believe that we can build a kit or a recommended list of items with a set of instructions that you could hand to your next door neighbor, your grandma, your babysitter, whoever it is, and they could follow those instructions and have a successful reef tank. Now, granted, I'm not talking about some of the most crazy Walt Disney aquaporas or grafted Monty Caps growing in there. I'm talking more leathers and zoas and torch corals and things like that, maybe a pair of clownfish. But to be honest, to people new to the hobby, that is the pinnacle of reef keeping, and the easier we can make that for people to get in the hobby, the better. So we're going to start off with the foundation of this setup, and that's the Waterbox 20, or Cube 20 I should say. I will point out at this point in time that I'm not sponsored by Waterbox in this venture at all. This is just a good, affordable, high quality, good sized tank. It's not too big, so it's not going to be super expensive with equipment to run it, and it's not too small where our parameters are going to be ultra unstable. It just seems like a good platform to start with, but we don't have to be set in stone on the Waterbox Cube 20. If you've got a better tank that you think would be more suited to this project, be sure to pop a little comment in the section below, and I'll check it out. But as we tend to do on YouTube, I've got to do a unboxing, and I thought before I slash open this box, I should at least get the camera out and we'll film the unboxing so we can track the full progress of this project. So, first thing you notice when you open it up is you open the box and there's another box inside, the Waterbox Cube 20. So I'm going to pop the box down the side here so I can get the box out of the box. Alright. Alright, rock and roll. Alright, we're up to the next box. This is the box that you're more likely to see on the shelf. It's got all of the fairly... well, that could be a realistic picture on there of a reef that's actually within the tank. Often when you see marketing materials, you see a photoshopped reef tank on there. What's also worth pointing out is this tank can obviously be set up freshwater as well. Oh, if I can lift that up, you see a little freshwater escape on the side there. But the whole idea of this is for it to be a marine setup. So, let's see what we get in the box. I'll try not to scare my budgie too much. Wow, there's some serious foam padding in here. Holy dooly, it actually comes sealed in foam, which is amazing, it's great. Now, we've got a few accessories in here. We've got the Waterbox filter sock, we've got the return pump tubing, we've got the duck bills. Let's see if we can get this tank out. I might actually put the box on the ground and I'll lift it up. Aha, gravity for the win. All right. You can see the Waterbox comes very well packaged. It comes with this foam channel, I guess, on bottom and on top. So she's well enclosed there. Then has a cardboard box around it. It's also got the cling wrap so that you don't get any scratches. Let's peel that off so you can see that beautiful low iron glass. All right, rock and roll. Now, chose the water box for a few reasons. It's a very simple setup, which is good because I want this reef tank to be as simple as it gets. Now, it does come with some funky sort of carbon and some bio balls. I'm not 100% certain we're going to use those just yet. It does have foam down the bottom there, which is fine. That can stay in there. All right, so we've got a filter sock holder, which will sit in there. Filter sock itself, which will obviously sit in the holder. Water goes in through there, down through the sock, over this baffle, down into our main section here, which is where we could put a skimmer if we wanted to, or some sort of media basket. Up over another baffle into our return pump section where we've got some hose and a duck bill, and then that water will come out. Now, obviously there's a bit more equipment requirements to this tank. We're gonna need some lighting, we're gonna need a heater, we're gonna need a few other things, and that's some items I want to cover in videos to come, so be sure to tune in, and if you've got some thoughts on how we can make this the most simple to keep introductory reef tank for anyone, and I mean literally anyone. I want to bring reef keeping, marine reef keeping to the masses. I'm not talking about goldfish, I'm talking about basic corals growing in everybody's home or office. That's my vision, that's what I want to see. And I should also point out that we're wanting this tank to be as sustainable as possible. So I'm talking captive bred fish. So we're talking maybe a pair of captive bred clowns and possibly maybe a pair of Bengali cardinals or a orchid dottyback, something like that. And aquacultured corals that aren't taken from the reef, so we can have a completely sustainable marine reef aquarium that's simple to keep for everyone at home. So obviously there's not a lot to show just yet. This is only step one of the process, and I'm looking forward to bringing each step to you as we go along the way, as I'll go through some of the options of equipment we can run, some of the do's and don'ts, some of the scapes, some of the livestock choices, some of the husbandry and maintenance that an aquarium like this needs to run corals like that. And yeah, if you're interested in this sort of thing, be sure to subscribe. Like the video if you're into it. If you've got any comments, questions, ideas, I'm totally open to ideas at this stage. I'll literally just have a glass box. Be sure to pop them in the comments section down below. But yeah, be sure to subscribe. And if you've got friends that are thinking of getting into marine reef keeping, or you think they should be getting into marine reef keeping, be sure to send them a link to this video and get them to ask any questions. I'm happy to make this series as interactive as possible. Till next time, guys, thanks for watching, and keep reefing. Cheers. Bye.